Greetings everyone, this is Old Lexington reporting from the Meriki Revenge Klingon fleet. I'm playing my character Ursula again, and I'm playing the Romulan mystery story arc, the third episode of 6 episodes called Frozen. A quick look at my ship again. That's enough because you've seen it on previous videos, if you watch them. Let's have a look at this episode then. The third episode of 6 called Frozen. A tricky political situation must be resolved with quick thinking and a deal that could backfire. Let's hail to begin the episode.
We know from the information you recovered from the Vahar system that the Tal Shia are planning to attack a Romulan settlement in the Dera system. We have an opportunity to reach the settlement first. I want you to go to the Dera system and learn more about the Romulan uprising. The Romulans will have hidden their base, so you may have to use subterfuge to find it. I suspect that this affair is more than simple squabbling. The Tal Shia either have something to gain from persecuting the Romulans, or they are under orders to do so. I want to know which it is.
Okay, so we go to the Dera system, which is located in the Beta Quadrant, and look up and learn more about the Romulan resistance movement. For this episode you will receive 10,000 skill points, 10,000 expertise, some dilithium ore, and you get to choose one of the following weapons. You can have a Romulan wide disruptor wide beam pistol, or a Romulan disruptor split beam rifle. A wide beam pistol or a split beam rifle. I think I will go for the split beam rifle because rifles are better than pistols, although the DPS is better on the pistol than it is on the rifle. On the pistol it says 93.5 DPS, on the rifle it says 91.5 DPS. But still, I would choose the rifle because it shoots more than one target at a time due to being split beam. So we accept this mission. Our mission is to warn the Romulan resistance that the Tal Shia, their enemy, is about to attack them. Go to the Dera system. So let's go to the galaxy map and look at this. Let's take a moment just to enjoy the galaxy map. I mean, each system has a different mission that people can play. Anyone can play. There are loads of systems. There's the Earth system up here, Sol system. There's the new Romulus system, where the Romulan Republic have set up a new homeworld for the Romulan people since the destruction of their original homeworld. J.J. Abrams storyline. And there's Qonus, the Klingon homeworld. And you've got access here to the Alpha Quadrant, where you'll find Deep Space Nine and Ferengis and Cardassians and things. But for right now we have to go here, the Dera system, to play this mission. Yep, Star Trek Online. You can play it for years and years and years, every day, for many hours each day, for years and years and years, and still not cover all of it. there's just so many new things to find. I mean, I've been playing Star Trek for 2, maybe 3 years now, and I play it more than most, more hours per day than most people do. And even I haven't learnt it all. Mostly because I'm in it for the fun rather than the knowledge, but still. There's so much to play. Well, I should show you my fleet while I'm travelling here. Meriki Revenge. We've only got a couple of members, and nobody really pays much attention to this fleet because we have a Federation fleet where there's more activity. So we're still a level 0 fleet. That's why we are desperate to recruit people. People who will help us with donation and join us in team matches. If you wish to join this fleet, a new fleet that's starting from scratch basically, you're welcome to contact me in-game on any of my characters. I am called Alt Lexington, so all you have to do is send a tell to @AltLexington. All little letters, lowercase. You should know that our fleet is the official Klingon fleet for the Starfleet Renaissance roleplay group. Starfleet Renaissance is a roleplay group for their Second Life virtual world, and Meriki Revenge is their expansion attempt into Star Trek Online, just like our Federation fleet Meriki Command. Anyway, here we are at the beginning of the 3rd episode of the Romulan mystery story arc that consists of 6 episodes. The middle episode, we might say. Let's read this. The universal gravitational harmonics of the planetoids of the Hifar system are believed to be due to the elongated elliptical orbit of Hifar 2. However, Federation researchers in the system have recently detected something that could be a dark matter nebula. The presence of an anomaly of that type could be affecting the harmonics of all the planetoids. The Federation Science Council is constructing a Metreon fountain on Hifar 1 in an effort to learn more about the nebula. Really? That was the description we just read in the previous video for the episode Mine Enemy in the Hifar system. So why are we getting it here in the Dira system? Odd, but still. Let's begin Frozen. We wait for it to load and to patch any bugs since we last played it. So we're in the Dira system now, and my bridge officer Lasker says, General, the Remans are jamming our sensors, and there is no way to determine where their base is located without assistance. We need a guide. Sensors are picking up a communications satellite nearby. We should be able to modify it to emit a signal that the Remans will think is from one of their ships. When the Remans send someone to investigate the signal, We can get a sensor lock on their ship and follow them back to their base. Excuse me if my speech seems a bit slurred, because I'm enjoying my Star Trek Online with a few beers, and that would account for my slurred speech. But still, can you blame me? I woke up after a good night's sleep in a positive mood. Not so sleepy as I was in my previous few videos before the Romulan story arc. And I'm enjoying playing these Romulan missions because I know that they are one of the best mission story arcs in the game. Continue. So we must use a comm array according to the mission tracker. And the mini-map points the way to a little green circle where the comm array is, which is directly ahead of us, so we head that way. I wonder, should I use my battle cloak? Oh no, it's just a normal cloak, it's not a battle cloak. Ooh, what's this? This micro nebula is limiting sensor function. We can use it to hide from the Riemann ship when we send the fake signal. Interesting. So we send the fake signal, then go back to this nebula. And see if we can lure out a Riemann ship, so that we can warn them about the impending Tal Shiar attack. Alter array. Let's stop. The modifications are complete, General. When we trigger the transmission, the Riemann should think it is from a vessel that is losing power and needs assistance. There's a micro nebula aft of our location that should be sufficient to conceal the Tinkerbell 5's energy signature while we wait for our Riemann guide to arrive. Retreat to the micro nebula and send the distress signal. Continue. Okay, so we turn around with this ship's very, very bad turn rate. But you can't expect a great turn rate on a big cruiser ship like this one. Let's go into this micro nebula. Before we send the signal, let's turn around to face the correct direction, so that when we pursue the Riemann ship, we know that we can keep up with it because we're facing the right direction. There, that should be enough of a turn, so we can send the signal. Cutscene. That's a Talis warbird, isn't it? The signal worked, Captain. Riemann scout ships are... Sorry, I missed that. But I'm sure you picked it up when you were watching this video. I have a sensor lock on the Riemann vessel. We'll be able to track it if it goes to warp. Detecting a large energy build-up, sir. It's near the Riemann ship. Oh no, a Romulan warbird just decloaked. The Romulans! The battleship is powering disruptors, Captain. Captain, they're firing on the Riemann ship. The scout ship's weapons energy damaged. I can't keep up with those texts. The Riemans are cloaking, sir, attempting to re-establish sensor lock. Captain, the Riemann ship is cloaked, but its engines are damaged and the sensors are detecting a tachyon leak. They can't stay hidden for long. We should attack the Tal Shiar ship, sir. When we destroy them, the Riemans will be able to escape. they will lead us right to their base. So we've got to destroy a Romulan warbird. That's a mighty challenge. Sir, incoming hail from the lead Romulan vessel. They have detected us, so there's no point in cloaking. I don't think those honourless Patag will say anything that we want to hear, but they are insisting on speaking with you, Captain. Putting it on the view screen now. What did he say? The famed IKS Tinkerbell. The famed IKS Tinkerbell. You're a good distance out of your Empire's territory, aren't you? I know it's probably useless to expect someone like you to be civilized about this, but I wish to avoid unnecessary bloodshed. Offer no aid or assistance to these Riemann rebels, and leave this system immediately. If you do so, I can overlook your intrusion into an internal affair. Otherwise, I will be forced to see your presence here as an invasion of Romulan territory that would be unfortunate for you. Continue. Well, we've got to attack. We have no choice. This shouldn't be too hard. We can use our Scorpion fighters that we got from the Vault episode. That was easy. And he created a couple of drops for us. Approach Riemann Scout. Okay. Let's approach them. The Riemann Scout vessel. We have to pursue them to their base. So I suspect when we get close they will try to run. Look, there's our Scorpion fighter. It survived the attack on the warbird. We got those Scorpion fighters from the first episode from the Romulan mystery story arc called The Vault. General, the Riemann scout ship has decloaked. They'll try to shake us. We need to stay close until we get a log on the ship's warp signature. Follow the Riemann ship. Interact. The Riemann ship is on the move, sir. We should follow it. Yeah, let's follow it. Where is it? Well, what we do is we follow the arrow on the mini-map. And see if we can capture them. Not capture them, catch up with them and follow them to their base. Which I suspect isn't in this system. This system is just a decoy. Their actual base is elsewhere. We don't want to overshoot them like we just did. I tried to slow down, but lag when recording video prevented me. Oh no, it's a Mogai heavy warbird. We've got to protect the Riemans. The Riemans are fighting for their freedom. We should respect that. I think I set off my buffs a little bit too early. We've got to destroy this ship quick enough so that we can continue our pursuit of the Riemann ship. We got him. Charged channel. Accolade complete. Charged channel. Cutscene. The Riemans have cloaked again by the looks of things. Oh no, they've gone to warp. That cutscene wasn't exactly clear. The Riemann ship has executed a short warp jump and I have a log on its coordinates, sir. We can engage warp as soon as you are ready. Warp to the Riemann scout ship's coordinates. Follow Riemann scout. Okay, let's go. And while it's loading, I can drink a beer. One of my bridge officers. She's proving to be quite useful. Lasker. What is she? My science officer? Let me just have a look. I wonder what Lasker is on my ship. She's my science officer. I'm not picking up any ships here, General, but I wouldn't be surprised if there are one or more cloaked ships in the area. Riemann cloaked ships can appear as concentrations of tachyon particles. I will continue scanning the area. Please do so. There is something interesting on the planet's surface, however. Sensors are detecting a large underground installation. It could very well be the base that the Riemann resistance is using. The entire area is protected by a magnesite shield, though, so we can't transport inside. That's why they were at the magnesite mine in the previous mission, on the previous video. This is a series of caverns connected to the installation. There is a series of There is a series of caverns connected to the installation. We could send a team there and try to find a way to disable or circumvent the magnetic shielding. Beam down to the caverns and find a way inside the base. That means it's a ground part of the mission with an away team. Yes, please excuse my reading. I'm a little bit tipsy. I've got my beer with me and I'm finishing my 4th can of beer. About to start my 5th, so please excuse that. I'm sure you find it funny. Beam down and watch me with my warts and all. Watch me with my warts and all video. Let's read this first. General, this is incredible. The underground cavern we are in is natural, but the base itself, it's a ship, the Derelict's class. If my tricorder readings are correct, the Riemanns moved a derelict vessel into the cavern. I didn't know the Derelict's class Romulan warbirds could land, let alone be moved into a cavern. Maybe it crash landed. This is remarkable engineering on behalf of the Riemanns. They must be a very skilled people. We appear to be in a maintenance area adjacent to the hull of the ship. The Riemanns probably mine these tunnels for raw materials. I'm picking up multiple veins of ore that could be useful if they are replicating ship parts or weapons, which makes sense for a resistance group against the Tal Shiar. I'm not reading any way into the ship from here, though. We all need to find an entrance. Find a way to enter the Riemann grounded ship. Continue. Now, as I thought, this area reminds me that in the last mission, Mine Enemy, I got a reward. A non-combat Horta pet. This pet shouldn't be useful here because it's a combat area, but maybe I can still put it on my toolbar to see if it does anything at all. A hot lava-based silicon lifeform Horta in an icy world. Oh, yep, it appeared. There it is. But it's a non-combat pet, so it shouldn't be able to assist me in fighting. Shouldn't. But it does follow me, like a pet should. Sir, the cavern seems to be occupied by indigenous fauna. We should proceed with caution. Fauna? What, are you afraid of plants? What kind of Klingon are you? What is that over there? Could it be one of those Cardassian refrigeration devices from the True Way? There's something to scan there. Search crates. An interactable object. They always glow like this. Large shield battery, medium hypo. Whoa, something's happening. My Mastiff is frozen. No, that's not my Mastiff. That's... The Remans have guard dogs. That's my Mastiff. A very good thing. I recommend every captain should have a Mastiff in their ground equipment. Put it on one of your bridge officers. It will help you in ground combat quite considerably. You get it from that episode on Rua Premfrey with Worf's son Alexander and Franklin Drake of the Section 31 people. I'm sure you can find the episode. I can't be bothered to figure out which episode it is, but it should be easy to find. If you crouch down, you get a 15% defense bonus. All you have to do is press the C key to crouch down. And press the C key to get back up again. Locate base entrance. And the mini-map... Well, what was that? Was that something? No, whatever it was, I missed it. According to the mini-map, this is the base entrance. And Lasker agrees. This tunnel leads directly into the main area of the base, sir, but it's completely blocked. I wonder if a weapon on its highest setting would breach it. Scan the gate and find a way into the base. Scan gate. Scan gate again. That's video lag. Morale, another one of my bridge officers. This gate is made of titanium alloy, General. There's no way a hand weapon will blast through it. We need something with a lot more power. That's it. Sir, did you see the mining laser? If it's operational, we might be able to modify it to do the job. I think the controls for the laser are on the other side of this wall. Use mining laser control panel. What is that over there? That's an interactable object. There's nothing over there. So let's go back over there and have a look. Search crate. Another shield charge and large hypo. So the other side of the wall. There's a console. Use mining laser. Malfunction. Engaging automatic shutdown. According to the cutscene, the laser didn't work. Something must be wrong with the mining laser, sir. We should perform a more detailed scan to determine the source of the problem. So we've got to scan the laser. General, the mining laser's power system isn't strong enough. We won't be able to cut through the titanium. I think there are several different ways we can fix this. Your career training will help. You only need to complete one of the career-based objectives to advance. Continue. Your engineering instructors always said to determine the cause of a problem before you attempt to solve it. You could start by running a level 1 diagnostic on the mining laser's power system. Find and use a diagnostic terminal. So there are optional objectives here, one for each career type, and since there are only 3 career types in Star Trek Online, science, tactical and engineering, you have to select the optional that matches your career type, and I'm engineering. Run diagnostic. Diagnostic results. No malfunctions detected in mining laser. Power supply is inadequate to operate laser at full power. Recommendation: replace power conduits to increase capacity. Continue. The damp and cold conditions in the cave could have caused some of the power conduits to fail. If you can find the damaged ones and repair them, you should be able to increase the output of the mining laser. Continue. Yes, Ursula hasn't noticed the cold here yet, even though she's wearing nothing but practically a bikini. She loved the heat of the wasteland, but she hates the cold of this facility. So we have to repair power conduits for the mining laser because the power is insufficient. What's in here? Oh, spiders! Spiders to kill. That's what was in here. Let's have a look around before we go to the next area, before we backtrack and try and find what we're missing. Ah, there's something glowy over there. That might be it. That might be useful. Oh, more spiders! Did we get them all? Repair power conduit. I just noticed this Hortapet, it disappears whenever combat happens and then reappears when there's no combat. I thought that non-combat pets would disappear and not come back until you reactivate them, but this one seems to be different. It comes back even though you don't reactivate it. So we must find another component. And I've gotten turned around with that battle with the spiders. There's the fauna that Klingon is scared of. Doesn't seem to be anything in those two side chambers. Ah, there's something. Repair power conduit. I'm an engineer. I can perform miracles. I can repair power conduits. Yes, there's the beaming site here with another power conduit there to repair, and there are 3 sections, each with 2 subsections before you get to the mining laser section. Hang on a minute, that disruptor turret, did I just shoot that? Oh no, there's a spider underneath it. I thought I was shooting my own turret for a minute. Repair the 3rd power conduit. Accolade complete, Mr. Fix-It. That did it, sir. Power to the mining laser is steady and it should be ready to fire. Use the control panel to operate the mining laser. And that is what I will do. Past these 3 locations. Oh, did I hear spiders? No? You should always kill an enemy when you see it, just in case it has a drop. Use mining laser. I suspect this will trigger a cutscene. Yep, there we go. Cutscene of the mining laser shooting through the titanium barrier. So we can gain access to the Romulan base. Cool. Great excuse to chug a beer. Success. The path inside the Romulan base is clear, General. The Remans will be alerted to our presence, so we will need to be careful, but I have a feeling that Obisek wants to see us. Enter Romulan base and locate Obisek. We remember Obisek. We will remember him from the video of the Wastelands. He made a brief appearance in a shuttle at the beginning of Nimbus Pirate Distress. So we blasted our way into the base. God, it's cold around here for a girl in a bikini. Hang on. Those are Remans. Why are they not shooting us? We entered, but they're not shooting us. Hey! Remans! You're not even talking to us. I know why, I'm just playing along. There's something to scan with the arrow keys. Have you heard anything from the trainer? Sorry, I couldn't read all of that. Oh, there's a Reamer with an exclamation point above his head. Let's talk to him. Oh no, we've got to catch up with him and stop him before we can talk to him. Hey, you! I want words with you. Who are you, outsider? Ask your questions, I will answer. Obviously, Oberseker's told his people not to fear us and to cooperate with us. Tell me about your life here. The nights are cold and there's not enough food. It is a place like any other. For now we are safe from the Tal Shiar, but I fear that will soon change. Why are you fighting the Romulans? My wife was working on a mining ship. This was not a military vessel. It had no weapons and limited shields. It was not in restricted space, and it threatened no one. But Tal Shiar captured it and questioned everyone on the crew for weeks. My wife died, screaming in a Tal Shiar interrogation chamber. I fight for her. What do you want when this conflict ends? What do I want? I cannot answer that question. All I ever wanted, died with my wife. Exit. So we've got his story, and I'm going to go AFK for a few moments for a personal break. I'll be back in 30 seconds. Okay, I'm back from my personal break and I'm ready to continue. Let's see if we can find some more remans to accost. Is this the same Reman? Is he just wandering around in circles? Hey you, I want to talk to you. Tell me about your life here. The nights are cold and not enough food. That's the same response. Why are you fighting the Romulans? My wife. Yep, it is the same Reman, so we don't need to continue any conversation with him. Let's try this Reman. Same again. I think I caught the same one again. That must be the door into the mine. Yes, it is. So what we do is we run around this central block and see if there are any other doors that we can enter. Not this one. Not this one. The objective is to enter the base and locate Obersec, but there are some readings to do in the meantime, and I'd like to make sure I cover everything. Riemann armor seems a bit more chunky. Looking at this guy here, Riemann armor seems a bit more chunky than Romulan armor, but it does seem based on Romulan Tal Shiar armor with its sort of cloaky shoulder thingies hanging off here. Anyway, let's go through to this other section and accost him. We didn't catch him in time, so let's go running after him. What do you want? Continue. Ask your questions. Ask what you want. I will answer, or I won't. Why do you follow Obersec? Obersec has a vision. He wants all Remans to be free from Romulan oppression. He wants us to have a world of our own and not have to beg for scraps from Romulan tables. Obersec will lead us to victory. I, for one, am happy to fight at his side. Obersec, he's starting to sound like a hell of a guy. A hero type. Are there people here who aren't happy with Obersec's leadership? Many of the people here have lost family members to the Tal Shiar. It's hard to be happy about anything when all you're thinking about is what you don't have. What do you want out of this war? I want out. I will fight by Obersec's side until we are free, but then I want to explore. I have had enough of despair. There are hundreds of ships that need a capable warrior. I will find one of them, leave this space, and never look back. Perhaps I will join the crew of a Klingon vessel. So we've asked him all the questions we can. Exit, let him go. And that is very interesting. He wants to explore, just like a Federation does. Klingons want to conquer, but Federations want to explore. And he seems like he wants to explore. And he's fighting this battle reluctantly, because he feels he has no choice. Well, have you heard anything about Tranna? He said the same thing as somebody earlier. I've got to catch that little bit of chat. My family was on the transport that the Tal Shiar captured. I've got to catch that chat at some point. This guy looks important. Who is he? Talk to Riemann Resistance. Ask your questions. I will answer. Tell me about your life here. Well, thanks for that. Where'd he go? Let's go back and find him again. Tell me about your life here. The nights are cold and there's not enough food. It is a place like any other, for we are safe from the Tal Shiar. I think this is the same answers as somebody we asked before. My wife was working. Yep, this is the same. And we've already asked that guy as well. So let's see if there's somewhere else to go. This base is remarkable. Remans must have disassembled the old ship and beamed the pieces in. Well, my dyslexia couldn't keep up with that. But yeah, I get the gist and I agree. This place is remarkable. The Remans took pieces of a Romulan warbird, and put it under the ice. Do you remember that episode of Voyager where it was trapped under the ice and futuristic Harry Kim and Chakotay entered the trapped Voyager? This reminds me of that. No, we can't enter this door. And we just run past the place that would progress the mission. And we can't enter that door. Oh, here we are. There's Obasek. Well, I'm glad we found him because Ursula's starting to feel a little bit cold. Like her knicker elastic will break from becoming brittle due to the cold. Cutscene.
This place won't be safe forever. We have to be ready to leave at a moment's notice. Prepare the... Ah, it's you. Welcome to the heart of the Resistance, little spy. There is so much for us to discuss, and so little time. The Tal Shiar have discovered this, our last refuge. They will be here soon, and my people and I will have to fight for our lives. Yet one question remains. Will you be our friend, or our enemy?
Yes, good question. Now, we came here to warn him about the Tal Shiar fleet, but he already seems to know. In fact, he seems to know a lot of everything, and his people talk well of him. He seems like an honourable man. I think when we talk to him, we'll be straight with him, because he is likeable. He is the hero type. We will approach him with honour and respect him. Talk to Obasek.
My hope is that you are here to talk, but I am prepared for the alternative.
Yeah, I can bet you are. Continue.
The Tal Shiar could arrive at any time. Speak quickly.
Why are you doing this? Why fight the Tal Shiar? Well, that's pretty obvious why. Did Sealer order these attacks? Obviously not. He might take offence to that. Why do you think the Tal Shiar are doing this? Obviously to keep them to keep the Remans under their boots. Tell me more about these demons. Now that's something I want to know about because I've played all episodes on other characters, and this should be interesting for anyone who hasn't. Do you still have failure on weapons? We want an answer to that question as well. What do you want from me? We want an answer to that. And we've got 2 responses that will further the mission. Surrender and I will see that you are treated fairly, or I may not agree with your tactics, but I will not stop you. I don't like either of these responses. I want to let him go. And do what he must. Well, let's go with, tell me about, do you still have failure on weapons? That's the key issue.
A small supply. They are terrible things. Weapons of war so horrible, they should have never been invented at all. But they were. And my enemies are great. If I must resort to barbarism to free my people, That is not too high of a price to pay.
Good answer.
Is there anything else you wish to ask?
Tell me more about these demons. Now this is very important for future story arcs.
I have never seen one of these demons, and I will not speak their name, but I know they exist. Eons ago, they ruled this part of the galaxy. After thousands of years of tyranny and death, the races they ruled rose up against them, driving them from their home world into unexplored space. We thought they had been destroyed. We were wrong. The demons of air and darkness survive, and they hunger for revenge.
Did you notice that? The demons of air and darkness? That is a clue as to who these demons are. Air and darkness. Captain Picard once referred to that in The Next Generation. Should I give you a spoiler or not? I will. I will. The demons of air and darkness. If you haven't already guessed it, it's the Iconians. And he is correct. Obasek is correct when he says they are back and pulling the strings behind the scenes. And not just of the Tal Shiar strings.
Is there anything else you wish to ask?
I may not agree with your tactics, but I will not stop you. That's the choice I want to make.
I am glad you see things my way. Get instructions from your commanders if you must, but the battle rages, and we must join it. With your help, my people will be free.
Let Obasek go. Yep, I freed him.
I'm pleased you see that my cause is just. We can do
Sir,
great...
Romulan transporter signals detected.
I will return to my ship and attempt to hold off their forces. Help my soldiers defend this base. Start the evacuation. We must get the civilians out.
The Tal Shiar have entered the base.
Commander Raushna, transport the reinforcements here. Tell them to assist our new ally.
Security forces transporting.
Fight well, my friend. My people are counting on you.
Cool, he's putting a lot of trust in me. I let him go and now he's returning the gesture by putting a lot of trust in me. General, we lost our transporter lock on you and the I'll start again. General, we lost our transporter lock on you and the away team. The Tal Shiar must have activated transporter inhibitors. You'll need to find a way to shut down the inhibitors. Disable transport inhibitors. That's our objective. That is what will further the mission. And my little Hortopet is still here. So we've got to help defend this base so that Obasek's people can escape. Romulan, Tal Shiar, the enemy. The big enemy. Let's kill him, kill him, kill him, kill him, kill him. Die, enemy, die, 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 die. A couple of drops to pick up. I hope they're not tribbles, because tribbles cause trouble in your inventory. What's in here? We never got to look in here before. Scan crate. Probably a small shield and a hypo. Oh, nope. Large hypo and jumbo Romulan mollusk. Disable the transport inhibitor. Now, where would that be? Not there. More Romulans. Notice how my orbital strike didn't work the first time I tried to trigger it, and the Romulan ran out of the way of the other Romulans, and then the second time I triggered it, it got him, missing the other Romulans. Could be my imagination, but it's odd. That orbital strike never works first time. Let's make sure it works first time this time. Oh no, we can't, it's on cooldown. So let's give it whatever that is. That's gravimetric distortion. I'm up against a Tal Shiar general? Oh crap! I'm not surprised I'm up against a general. The C key is very useful for crouching and uncrouching. What's this? Disable transport inhibitor. That's the mission objective. Yay! The Reman should be able to handle it from here, General. We should return to the ship and report to Tamek. Obasek trusts us. I don't know if he's right about the outside influence on Hakib's actions, but I'm sure that he believes that these demons are real. I respect him as a warrior, though, and I know he's acting to protect his people. I can't agree with his use of Phaleron weapons, but if the homeworld were threatened, would we act any differently? If the High Council agrees to aid Obasek's resistance, it will be an honour to fight the Romulans at his side. I totally agree. He is the first person to warn us about the Iconians, and he will prove to be correct. Beam out. You have completed all objectives in this area. Do you want to leave the system? I think that is the end of the episode. It revealed the existence of the Iconians, and that is future story arcs. Report to Tamek. That's what the mission tracker says.
The
So
Remans beg for our assistance, but offer no fealty in return. Obasek whispers about demons of air and darkness, but offers no proof of their existence. Outrageous! The Remans have been slaves for too long to be warriors now. If they would ally with us to crush Sela and her ships, we could conquer the entire region in a matter of months. There is nothing for us to gain by joining his fight, and there is no honor in Obasek's tactics. I will consider the situation, but I must have a good reason to recommend this action to the High Council. As of now, that reason does not exist.
it does for me. I will insist that the High Council assist Obasek, because his cause is just and honourable. He is the downtrodden, and we need to support him, because it will bring much honour and glory to us. So that is the end of the third episode of the 6-episode story arc called Romulan Mystery. This particular episode is called Frozen. We received 10,000 skill points, 10,000 expertise, 12,000. Plenty of dilithium ore. Well, not plenty, just a little bit. And we get to choose one of the Romulans, and I will be choosing... We get to choose one of the Romulan weapons, and I will be choosing a Romulan disruptor. And I will collect my reward and drink some more beer.
Congratulations, General.
I've just unlocked the specialization abilities. I just unlocked the specialization abilities, so I can build up my specialization and earn points and gain new abilities. I'll just have a quick flash over. You can pause if you're really interested in what they say. You have earned your first Captain Specialization point. To begin a brief tutorial on this system, click anywhere in this message to continue, or click the X in the top right to cancel. I'll click the X because I already know all about this on another character.
Specializations can be seen here.
So now I have specialization points and I'm an engineer. But anyone who's anyone will go for pilot. So we will activate it as primary. And we will spend our first specialization point in pirate specialization. The reason I want pilot specialization is for that rock and roll maneuver that helps in crystalline entity advanced team match. Because you get the most fleet marks from playing that. Anyway, that's something else to talk about. Ask John Pock. Perhaps he will help. Obersec.
I will speak to the Chancellor, but I already know what he will say. We will not fight at Obersec's side. Not yet. There is little to gain by openly attacking the Romulans, and no proof to Obersec's claims that some hidden entity is directing Hakiv. I would dismiss the entire thing as a childish fantasy. But have you fought the Fekiri? There are terrible things lurking in the dark. I have seen them. Perhaps Obersec has as well. Continue to investigate this matter. If there is a new enemy, we must know who they are and what they want. Until we know more, however, Obersec is on his own.
Okay, I will take this opportunity to end this episode, this video, the third episode in the Romulan story arc called Frozen. In the next video, we will play the episode Colosseum, which is another one of my favourites. But for now, this is Alt Lexington reporting for Meriki Command. If you wish to join our fleet and help us elevate beyond fleet level 0, then you are welcome to message me with a tell at Alt Lexington, all lowercase. Have fun with your gaming, and goodbye.